Welcome to NCM360, and thank you for taking the time to view this video and explore the system. I'm Catherine Barr, Director of Communications at New Capital. For several years, we have been building NCM360, and we are excited to now be able to share it with you, our clients. We have worked hard to make NCM360 clean, comprehensive, and helpful, where your information is easy to store, update, and access when you need it. The goal of this video is to orient you to the site so that you can get the most out of it. You may wish to play the video in a separate browser window, allowing you to follow along while reviewing your information. Please feel free to pause this video at any point to explore, take notes, or to review your data. Please note, NCM360 is designed to be a collaboration between New Capital and you, our client. While we've made a concerted effort to add as much correct data as we can to your profile, we are also relying on you to add and update your information. So let's get started. At the top of the page, you can see the main menu items: Home, Data Dashboard, where your personal information is stored; Support, where you can submit tickets for different types of support; and Research, where you can explore content from our blog, the New Capital Journal, and ProNet, our professionals database. We'll start on the home page, which is the first page you see when you log in. This page shows a quick look of what's current and in process. At the very top, you will see the most recent update, which today should be a welcome note along with this video. The notice area will update as we continue adding new features, updating you on tips and tricks, reminding you to review specific data, and more. If you missed a notice, you will find a table below of all notices and can review them by clicking on the link in the first column. Below that, you can see details of open tasks and support tickets. We will continue adding additional features and functionality to this page to keep you updated on what's new at New Capital and on NCM360. Next, we're going to skip over to the Support tab. The Support tab allows you to communicate directly with New Capital staff. On the Support page, you can see a table of pending, in process, and completed support tickets. You can also find a link to add a new support ticket. Support tickets can include administrative tasks, such as money movement or meeting scheduling needs, trading requests or questions, technical support for NCM360 or any of our other software partners, updates to your personal information in NCM360, and any other matters that you would like to communicate to New Capital staff. We receive an instant notification when a new ticket is submitted, and we aim to reply to all tickets within 24 hours. Now we're going to move on to the data dashboard. This is where all of your personal data is found. It is broken down into 32 tabs designed to organize your information. In this video, we'll be taking a quick look at each tab. As you review, if you have suggestions on a new tab or area of focus, we encourage you to submit a support ticket. The first tab is Accounts, where you will see records of all of your accounts managed by New Capital and also those that we help track that are held away at other institutions. As you will see throughout the data dashboard, you can click on the account name in the first column to open up a pop-up of these account details. Please note that while these accounts are updated on a regular basis, they may not reflect up-to-date account values. Next, we'll look at the Addresses tab. This is where we store all physical and mailing addresses associated with your household. We use addresses for communication, account administration, and the address records are also connected with other areas in 360, including real estate, liabilities, and more. Please take a close look at the addresses we have saved and add any that may be missing. You will find an Add link at the top of the table to create a new record. When you click on the Details view, you can then select Edit to make changes to the existing records. You will find the same functionality throughout the data dashboard on any areas where you can add or edit your data. Now we'll look at the Assets tab. The Assets tab acts as a catch-all for all client assets that are not already recorded in other tabs like Accounts, Collections, real estate, entities, trusts, or vehicles. Assets can include annuities, inheritances, notes receivable, stock options, and other types. The Details view offers fields such as the acquisition date, value, cost basis, and other important information. Also on the Details page, you can see any relevant documents that are connected to this asset. Next, we'll look at the Budget tab. A household budget is an itemized list of expected annual income and expenses that helps you to plan for how your money will be spent or saved, as well as track your actual spending habits. The Budget tab in NCM360 has sections for annual income, annual expenses, and extended expenses, and then breaks down into more specific and common categories. You can click on the Edit link in each section to add or update these amounts. Please note that these amounts are intended to be annual figures. Towards the top, the last updated date shows when this information was originally collected and will automatically update when the information is changed. The pie charts at the top of the page can help you understand where your money is coming from and how it is being spent. We hope that this tool will help you gain an accurate insight into your spending habits and help you reach your financial goals. Now let's move on to Careers. The Careers tab tracks current and previous jobs for the primary members of your household. These records include details such as your employer, title, tenure, salary, and more. Taken together, the records represent a comprehensive history of your careers. We encourage you to update and add in data that we may not have. Moving on to Charities. On the Charities tab, you can detail the charities that matter most to you and your family. The record fields include the charity websites, your rating of importance, and your annual donation goals. And moving on to Checkups. Every year at your annual review, we have asked you to complete a financial health checkup. The Checkup tab in NCM360 shows the history of your responses and a visual of the results. The checkup itself reflects a personal assessment of your financial abilities, situation, plans, and feelings. Hopefully, this view shows your growth in those areas over time. Now let's look at collections. Clients with notable collections of art, coins, furs, or other valuables may find the Collections tab to be especially useful. Here you are able to keep details on these collectibles, including the value and other important information. It should be noted to those clients who have collections but no official valuation, New Capital can assist in connecting you with quality appraisers and estate advisors through our professional network, ProNet. Now we'll continue on to the Compliance tab. As you know, your relationship with New Capital requires the execution of several important documents. Here in the Compliance tab, these documents are stored for easy viewing by both you and New Capital. You will find your investment management agreement and other documents that may be applicable to your relationship with NCM. Cybersecurity is next. In the modern financial industry, cybersecurity is crucial and is always at the forefront of our minds. In the Cybersecurity tab in NCM360, we have provided an extensive checklist of potential measures that you should consider. Use the checklist to indicate what measures you've already taken and to consider new steps to keep your money and personal information safe and secure. Now on to the Discovery tab. During your discovery meeting, early on in your relationship with New Capital, you completed an exercise to imagine yourself in different scenarios of extreme health and wealth. In the Discovery tab, you can find your responses to those questions. We use these answers to better understand what is most important to you as you move forward as a client of New Capital. We hope that you enjoy reflecting back on these responses and may consider how the answers may have changed over the years. Now let's take a look at Documents. The Documents tab shows all documents that have been uploaded and saved in NCM360. They are organized into categories, and you can easily view and/or download the file. By clicking the Add link, you can upload any new documents that you would like to share or store in our system. Now we'll take a look at education. The Education tab shows the academic history of the primary members of your household. Fields include school name, degrees, area of study, graduation date, and more. Moving on to elder care. While we know that conversations and planning for end of life is unpleasant for most people, we've developed the Elder Care tab to provide a roadmap for these discussions and to store your wishes and arrangements once they've been made. By clicking on the member name, you can see the preferences detailed by category. As you can see, the options include where you would prefer to live, quality of life characteristics that are most important to you, how you plan to finance your elder care, and more. We've even provided fields to allow you to share your funeral and corporeal wishes and arrangements. By detailing your elder care preferences, we hope to alleviate your stress and provide guidance to your loved ones. Now let's look at entities. The Entities tab in NCM360 will show you business entities associated with your household. Details include the type of entity, tax ID numbers, the value, your percent of ownership, and other details. You will also be able to see any relevant documents connected to the entity records. Next, we'll look at the Estate tab. These estate records allow you to keep and highlight important details about wills, powers of attorney, and medical directives. As you may know, these documents can be very long and complex and vary greatly depending on with whom and where it was created. By adding an estate record, you can upload the file, pull important detail, and save it in this estate record. Details can include the document type, date of execution, and allows you to identify those assigned to specific roles to manage your estate. The Events tab lists any important events that ultimately may affect your financial story. This can include retirements, weddings, births, deaths, professional recognition, awards, and more. While we enter records for the events we know about, we encourage you to add events that we may have missed. Now we'll take a look at the Gifts tab. Here you can keep records on any gift of importance or value. You can easily review graduation gifts, donations to children or grandchildren's college funds, as well as generous cash gifts to family and friends. On the Details view, you can indicate the purpose, amount, date, and any recipient, and see any relevant documents associated with that gift. Next, we'll look at the Goals tab. Your goals are your ideas of the future that you envision, plan, and commit to achieve. They are the foundation and the driving purpose for all of our financial planning and advisory work. In the Goals tab, you can add a goal, big or small, and store data including the priority of the goal date, short-term or long-term, the estimated cost, and you can check off when that goal is accomplished. You can also include any helpful notes. Goals are an excellent piece of information to share with your financial advisor. We can review your goals and keep them in mind to guide investment decisions, and we can remind you of your goals and encourage you when you are faced with life changes. Now we'll move on to the Health and Medical section. Here you'll find a profile for the primary members of your home that can store important healthcare information. This includes notes on your family medical history, primary health insurance, healthcare proxies, and even your organ donor directives. Also on this page, we've included a table for health incidents, which can include illnesses, conditions, injuries, surgeries, and more. Let's move on to the Insurance tab. The Insurance tab can keep track of all of your insurance policies. By clicking on the first column, you can see the Details view, which includes the insurance carrier, type of insurance, policy number, who receives coverage, and the issue date. Moving on to Interests. Throughout the years of your relationship with New Capital, we've learned a lot about you and what piques your interest. In the Interest tab, we hope to develop a full picture of what you like, what you believe in, and what you want out of life. We encourage you to add to this interest profile and help us build out this valuable section. Now let's focus on the Liabilities tab. Here you will find a list of any debt or financial obligations that you have, including your mortgage, student loans, car loans, lines of credit, etc. The Details view includes fields such as the loan structure, balance, interest rate, due date, and other important fields. Next, we're going to look at the Meetings tab. Your meetings with New Capital are the best and most consistent way that we stay connected and updated with what is happening in your life. The Meetings tab shows all of your meetings with New Capital. You can click on the date and time to show more detail, including the meeting agenda, topics discussed, notes, and even follow-up tasks that came out of the meeting. Next, we'll look at members. The Members tab shows all of the people associated with your household. When you click on the member name, you can see the detail that we have on each individual. Also on this page, you will see a table of relationships, which shows how the different individuals are connected to you and your household. For example, in the Sample household, Jim and Sally Sample are the main New Capital clients, indicated with the star by their names, and they are connected to each other as spouse. They also have children, Jane and Billy Sample, who are connected to the household as child of the primary members. As you review this page, please look for any members or member data that may be missing or that needs to be corrected or updated. Members can include almost any person or relationship that is important to you and your household. This can include parents, grandchildren, friends, associates, even special pets who are members of your family. It's important to know that NCM360 member records act as building blocks for other system records. For example, you might make gifts to your grandchildren. You may have a family friend acting as a trustee on a trust, or a sibling who's the executive of your estate. If these individuals are listed members of your household, it allows for greater connectivity of your financial plans. By keeping member data in NCM360, we're able to easily access your information that may be needed to facilitate financial tasks and transactions and help us better recall the key players in your financial story. Now we'll look at professionals. The Professionals tab shows a list of professionals that you either already have a working relationship with or that may have been referred to you by New Capital. By keeping this data, we can facilitate cooperation between all members of your financial team. Additionally, we track your satisfaction with these professionals so that we can assess your current and/or upcoming needs. Please note that in the table, the gray fields indicate a relationship that is not yet rated. We encourage you to add your rating to share with us your experience and level of satisfaction. The rating system can also indicate to us whether or not we may contact that professional and mention your name in relationship with New Capital. With these professionals listed and rated, if you are unsatisfied, we can help you find someone new. If someone's doing a great job, you can select yes to refer to others. In this way, we're able to assist clients and promote deserving professionals in our community. While you may automatically think of your estate attorney or accountant, don't forget to add your bookkeeper, insurance agent, mortgage brokers, real estate agents, and others. Also, please note that if there are areas of your life that you could use assistance, we have ProNet, a database of qualified professionals in a wide variety of fields at your disposal. Please don't hesitate to ask. Now on to the Real Estate tab. Here's where you can list all of the property owned and/or invested in by your household. You can provide detail including property type, percent of ownership, value, equity, property taxes, and more. Now, if you've recently purchased or sold property, you're probably acutely aware of the intimidating amount of paperwork involved. You can now save all of those documents in one place. And in the details view, you can see those relevant documents connected to the real estate record. Tasks is the next tab. The Tasks tab shows a history of our work together. This can include money movement, trades, distributions, account management, professional referrals, and much more. This is an internal task management system that we're sharing with you so that you can see the status, who at NCM is assigned to your task, notes, updates, and more. Keep in mind, there might also be tasks for you. If we've requested documents or need a signature, the status will be on client and will be highlighted to grab your attention. Next is tax returns. Your taxes are a fundamental piece in your financial picture. The NCM tax return tab allows you to highlight important details for each year's tax filing. By adding a tax return record, you can upload the file, pull pertinent information, and save it in the record. Now we'll look at the travel tab. One of the most common goals we hear from clients is the desire to travel and explore the countries and cultures of our world. In the Travel tab, you can list travel destinations that you have visited or hope to visit in your lifetime. Fields in the Travel tab include the travel date, if known, a rating of the destination, an estimated cost, and more. Like goals, this information is fun to store and can help us help you make your travel plans and dreams a reality. Next is the Trust tab. Clients who've established a trust for asset protection are able to upload the trust document and feature important details pertaining to their trust. Details can include name, date, trust type, attorney, tax ID, grantors, trustees, beneficiaries, and more. Finally, we'll finish the data dashboard by looking at vehicles. Vehicles come with a lot of paperwork and numbers. This tab helps you organize all of the data about your different vehicles. In the details view, you will see fields for VIN numbers, make, model, drivers, license plate numbers, date of purchase, value, mileage, and much more. You can also upload documents that may be related to a specific vehicle. As you're adding vehicle records, don't stop with just cars. Vehicles can also include RVs, sailboats, even jet skis. And finally, if I haven't lost you yet, we'll take a quick look at the research menu option. Within the research tab, you will see Journal and ProNet. Journal shows articles published in the New Capital Journal. While these posts live on our website, we wanted to make them available here on NCM360, and we hope they may be of interest to you. You can click on the link field to open the article. The ProNet directory is a database of professionals from varying industries. We are regularly asked by clients for recommendations of professionals, and we're highly proactive, encouraging our clients to seek professional assistance wherever necessary. The professionals you see here are those that we have met, interacted with, and are pleased to recommend. If there's a type of professional that you need that is not included on this list, please contact us and we will get you some names. And that is it. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this video and for your interest and time to explore NCM360. We hope this system is helpful and will allow for data storage, easier communication, and sharing of information between you and New Capital. As you continue to explore, we welcome your feedback and suggestions, and please keep an eye out for notices on new features and improvements. Please let us know if we can be of any assistance to you, and thank you again for your time.